I am a black wish. I am the thought of all things, thinking of wishing for something to come true. I am the wish and the wishbone that white people break for good luck, and the next day one of them falls and breaks their neck. I am the wish that makes Walt Disney wish upon a star shining like the light of truth in the darkest night. Wish upon my star, Walt Disney, for I am truth. I am the wish that makes the white faggot wish that the knuckles he's eating for lunch will follow him home for dinner. I am the wish that makes the Creole lady wish she had the body of Cleopatra, the voice of Billie Holiday, the sexiness of Eartha Kitt, and the afro of Abby Lincoln, for then she would be truly beautiful, and her hairdresser would have to wish if she knew for sure. I am the wish that makes George Wallace wish he could make love to Lola Falana. I am the wish that makes all niggas and Negroes wish for alligator shoes, white thighs, Eldorados, and wish that they didn't run out of wishes. I am the wish that makes Nina Simone wish she knew how it felt to be free. I am the wish all black people are wishing for. I am the wish of freedom.
Jesus is a beast. Yo, they be asking Jesus questions. They be asking Jesus questions, and Jesus answered the questions with a question. He said, well, let me ask you a question. Jesus said, well, let me ask you a question. He be like this. No, I'm going to ask you a question. I understand that time is running out. Jesus said, I'm going to ask you a question.
Is running out. I understand that time is running out. I understand that time is running out. Running out as hastily as niggas run from the man. Time is running out on a natural.
And they said to him, by what authority are you doing these things? Or who gave you this authority to do them? Jesus said to them, I will ask you one question. Answer me, and I will tell you by what authority I do these things. Was the baptism of John from heaven or from man? Answer me. So, my bad, y'all. I had to take that, right? So I'm reading the Bible. I'm reading the Bible because these is in every hotel in America is the Bible. So I'm reading the Bible. And in the background, you know, you got to have the first 48 on so you can always remember how to stay out that dominance hierarchy, because you're going to be fucked around. They're going to fuck you off and be done killed you. You heard? So stay off of that, right? Because you can't compete with poverty. You're not here to compete with poverty no how. Anyway, you heard? So go get you a Bible. And this is my favorite Bible, too. This is my favorite one. There's so much game in this one. Because this is how you really know where this one come from. Whenever you see that. You see that? And I want you to go look up the Gematria for Gideon. And then you tell me. But this is why I love the Gideon version. Because they give you all these quotes. Right? And these quotes got some good skeeter. Whenever I see a psalm or a proverb, I pay attention to it. You heard? Because it's there's some semantics, there's some nuance in there that's there for a reason. But then they go like this. So this is very interesting for my undertakings with language, where you can get cross comparison for linguistics and see how they say God in various languages. So we are all familiar with God in the Arabiya because of our African American influenced Islamic paradigm. But when you go see, there are Arabic speakers who participate in other religious dialogues and diatribes. And now look at this. This is interesting. How the word of God, it don't mean nothing until it get to everybody. Now look at this. Look at how they did this. They bodied this. This is some strong skeeter. Whoo. Wow. And then all of this preface. You heard? This is something else. And then now this is the illest part though. This is the illest part. Because if you could figure out and you could tell me what this word mean right here, this 3 words in Hebrew is only one word. In the beginning would tell you who God is. You know who God is because God equals beginning. So they saying within beginning, but then you don't know who beginning is until you go to the linguistics. You see? So the linguistic parlance tells you that beginning is a word called, say it with me, spell it out. I want you to spell it out how you hear it so you can practice phonetics. Rashid. 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 Right? Now, when you see the word Rashid, 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 what do we hear? So my students know, because we deal with phonetic fingerprints of deity. My students know that when you're dealing with phonetic fingerprints of deity, right? That when we hear the prefix, we hear Ra. Ra. Now what does Ra mean? We have inherited the sound Ra because Ra is an indicator for light. The opposite of light is La, is no. Layatol, night, time, late, time, behind time, late. Layatol, night, La, no. Ra, you inherit Ra from North Africa and from the Congo. You have ore, gold. Ask those who speak Espanol. How do you say gold? We say Kem Ra because Kem means blackness or darkness and Ra means light, and a camera makes pictures by manipulating light within darkness. So that's inherent. The world owes black people a bankroll for our phonetic imprints. We taught the world how to speak. Kem Ra. You speaking to me on a Kem Puta. Puta. Kem Puta. Black father. The computer. We put everything. We made everything. We the most important dialogue to be had right now. This color that they give a people, they turning us into the magic. Now we the magic. Oh, this shit is deep. This shit is deep. Rashid. Shith. Like suit. Like set. Lights dark. the light darkness, the Rashid, the old Chaldean word for the number 6. The number 6. Numbers come before words. Numbers come before words. Numbers first, then words. Numbers first, then words. You come into this world as a number. When you inside mommy, you look like you ever spit out a piece of gum and it look crazy. That's how you be looking when you in the very early stages of development. If you look at when you show the children, show them how they look when they was first like super fetus, little embryonic. Your head be looking crazy. Your head is connected to your heart. The first thing that comes on for you is the numbers with a beat. It go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It comes out of 4 ventricles. And then your head, you look like a little chewed up piece of gum. Your head is stuck to your chest. And your heart gives the energy and the electricity to make the neurons in the brain start functioning. Then once that happens, then your neurological system starts based off of a pulse. So numbers first. Then when you born to a number too. It's a shared number. There's a meme of approximate. I was about to make up a word. Anytime you about to make up a word, that's a brand. You heard? Approximation. I was about to. There's an approximate number that can detail the amount of days required for a birth, and that number is lodged within the Hebrew of the book of Genesis. My students know where to find that word. So now, in the beginning, this is the Gideon's Bible. This is the one. You know why this one is the dopest one? This one is really made by Freemasons. You heard? This is like this skate is strong, man. Because they used to have the caveat. They tell you how the Gideons came about. This must be a new version. They took their story out. But the story, if you ever get the old one, let's see if it's in the back of the joint. Gideons. Yeah, they took out the story. How 3 traveling men made this up. You heard the Gideons. And this is one of the most published, highly published. Do you know each year millions of books are published? Many people say that they want to write books. Did you know that? And a lot of people write them. Millions of books. Do you know that only 500 of millions of books that are published annually actually sell over 100 copies? You heard? Okay. I wonder why. I wonder why. Books are interesting. You heard? There's a lot of books that people continuously sell for years. You know, Catching a Rye, they sell 250,000 Catches in the Rye every year. A book about essentially nothing. You heard? Just a day in the life of degeneracy. You heard? So back to our discussion, and this is the book of Genesis. This is the book that defines all reality. They say over 60% of the populace in the United States of America believe that the world is 6,000 years old and that this is an accurate depiction of its unfoldment. This is deep, right? But when I tell you that this is an incantation, this is from incantation texts from Akkadian and Sumerians. And in the beginning, when you start seeing this, these follow the constituent linear descent model of how the literature was unfolded. It unfolds by a reckoning by which God has dominion over two things which are always supposed to be, separate from one another, right? And these, in linguistic parlance, they become the heaven and the earth, but on the planet, when you see it two-dimensionally, it becomes pillars on the porch of Freemasonry, stuff like that, right? Then we see another thing where this person, whoever created the original dialogue, was asking and sequestering the help of a God who has all of these attributes, you heard? And this God, and when you see the term Elohim, it's a cultural term. It means it's a station in the text where it gives you, according to your culture, the ability to insert your God of your culture. You heard? So many times, this is how you can tell ancient people, ancient African psychology, when they sequester particular deities for warfare. You heard? They're tools for warfare, but then there's actual war. You heard? And the choice for war among the Sumerians and the Akkadians was always females. So you hear this term, Nana, is all over the planet for female deities. You heard? And then you even hear it as a double negative when somebody say no, they go nah. It's like this, nah. And then they tell you in school that you ain't supposed to do a double negative. Well, the double negative appears in ancient Commission literature. Ancient people, when they really meant no, they really fucking said no. Like, nah to the hell nah. You heard? So, when I talk and I express stuff, I don't want to sit up and just be talking about the regular shit that everybody can talk about. I'm talking about super trends of culture that transcend time. There are going to be cultural trends that outlive you and I. That when you transcend this time and place, when your end comes, right, a new beginning will be emerging from an ancient one. So people be thinking they doing shit new and they not. You heard? There's nothing new under the universe or the sun, and we all got lames in game. I'm trying to keep suckers as far as away from you as possible. You heard? And that's why you take showers. You wash your motherfucking ass and you get fresh. And you do what the fuck you supposed to do, not what you want to do. You do what you're supposed to do, and then you can have fun. You heard? And then work is not a labor. Stop working and do more trabajo. Trabajo sound more like a party. See, you got to change your semantics. Crackers that made us resent the word work. Where the word work in another language to a whole nother construct in other languages, it means something cultural. It means something empowering. To us, it means some shit that you whooping us or you beating us. You can't beat me. I ain't no motherfucking slave. You heard? And I'm bigger than the master. You heard? I promise you. So, I say to you, think about what you want, not what you don't want. And they set about directing. This is so interesting to me. How they control the whole world with narrative. Then I tell my folks, I say, hey man, they say God did something 32 times, man. And then it's 31 verses You heard? And then God did something 32 times because they mentioned, what you call it? They mentioned homie Elohim, the homies. Hey. And when they get to 26, they said, then God said, let us make man in our image after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the heavens, and over the livestock, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps on the earth. I promise you, that comes from old Akkadian and Sumerian incantation texts, speaking to a God who, and then you always have to tell God. This is in our music. The gods always tell you their capabilities. And then they tell you what they finna do to you if you don't believe in their capabilities, right? And then they tell you the lives that they saved with their capabilities. This is the same thing when you do this. When you, in ancient times, sequestered the need and the help of your deity structure, you went right to it. You told the sun, you told the planetary bodies that you were sequestering help from, you said to this deity, this deity, this goddess, this god, according to where you found them in the celestial canopy, you told them all the great things that you know that they can do in the physical world. You, the one who creates the synergy between the heavens and the earth by way of your semantic values. You heard? You hear the sirens? I hope those people are all right. That's a lot of sirens. When you hear sirens like that and you're a street person, you're supposed to pray to whatever deity is helping your ass, man. I'm telling you. If you out there, even if you fake dabbling, nigga, you better be grateful. Your job, if you dabble into the world of vice, the first thing you need to do is wash your ass every motherfucking day. You got to wash your motherfucking ass every day, because the world you fuck around in and you occupy is dirty as fuck. You heard? That shit be operating off of some other shit. And you got to keep your magnetic fields a certain kind of way. For real. I know it's instances where people preemptively, based off of this, maybe their perception of themselves or the perception of you within the world and the context y'all equally occupy. Before you see people, they generally have an idea about you that you can adjust and you can use in your own benefit based off of the first thing that you say. You got to say something with your fit. You heard? And then you gotta say something with your with your scent. You heard? For real. And then you gotta be like this. You gotta always know that the world looks at your eyes. The world wanna see what you look at. A lot of y'all is lollipops. You walking around like this, looking like a choosy floozy. You looking like you choosy. You're looking like this, like a bobbly head. Like that wobbly head. How the fuck you think you gonna get from A to B going in the direction and you doing all this rubbernecking? Oh man, the universe is deep. You know, you can see more if you don't look at it. That's a similitude. Don't let that go over your head. You heard? I learned that a long time ago. As I get older, I feel more inclined to give you more wisdom teachings. My student body have a level of proficiency in the details and the rudiments of what we deal with. To be very honest with you, You're not one of my students if you don't know the Hebrew alphabet and you don't know the Sephiroth in their order, and you must know the alternate names of the central Sephiroth on each of the pillars of the tree of life to begin to be my student. If you don't know those rudiments, if you don't know the difference between the Sephirah and the Sephiroth, you just a dabbler. You just fuck with me because of popular reasons. You heard? But to truly be a student of mine, you have to begin and embark on the ability to master the archetypes associated to the Hebrew alphabet. All my students can recite it, just how you was reciting for your teacher when you was little. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K. You didn't know what the fuck you was talking about. You didn't know that why. Why you think our brothers and sisters who speak Espanol, let them niggas send you a text laughing. That nigga got J's in there, man. The nigga going ja, 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 ja at you. I remember the first time my son did that, I said, oh shit, this nigga just reminded me of the fucking use of the Y. One of the earliest fucking semantic reasons why Jesus ain't exist is right there. You heard? In Latin language, it wasn't no goddamn J, nigga. So we got it in the Hebrew. It's the Yod. And it represents, and if you look at a Yod, my students know this. What letter is the letter Yod? My students know this. They like this. 10. They know that 10 is deity. 10 is the symbol of the most powerful shit ever. The number 10. 10 is deity. Ask somebody that speak a language from the continent and ask them how do you say a number past 5. They'll say the number 5 and then add 1 or 2 or 3 to it in many cultures. Because the point is, for them to build up to 10, you need 2 things 5 times. And 10 is Dios. And right in your face, you can't say God without saying 10. God is deity, nigga. You would have to know 10 experiences that God can have. Because he can have 10 experiences according to our logistics. We have enlarged inside of Western man's evolutionary model of spirituality. We're still here. The way to say that you don't know is to say Kabbalah. Because that means that you want to be receptive. Those who study Kabbalah are those who admit that they do not know. You heard? Because you could study Torah, you could study all of that and all of that, but instead of receiving my people's culture, we have a desire to project our present time into the future. This is a known fact. The university press books have been saying it. I'm not even showing niggas this book. I mentioned it. I'm not showing niggas that book. This everything ain't for everybody. I'm not doing that. Nope. So, how Yoda is going to be the smallest Jedi, but the most powerful, because it's the letter Yod is the smallest. It looked like a fist. You heard? It looked like a fist or a flicker of a flame. But you know, Kabbalah, interpreting Kabbalah, its interpretation and the ability to participate in dialoguing about it is a propitious endeavor, usually occupied by people who have imagination. A lot of people don't have imagination, you know. Imagination is a very critical and significant component that's required, you feel me, for unfolding reality. You know, if you ain't got no imagination, you're not going to be able to help nobody neither. You heard? Imagine if you a father and your child got to subsist and exist in a world with a mate that has no imagination. You heard? You better have endowed them with an imagination that's so enamored with so much prowess that they can give an imagination to others, because that's the only way that they gonna be able to survive. I promise you. With no imagination, you ain't shit. You need a imagination, man. That's right, Harlem Picasso. A lot of people been robbed of their imagination throughout life. And how the fuck can you get robbed of your imagination? Come on. You could get robbed of your imagination by somebody not inundating you during the most significant time periods of your life, right? That you could do any fucking thing you want. They was asking you what you want to be. They was giving you the choice. What you want to be, a doctor, the policeman, or the nurse, or the fireman. You remember that? Building your mind for the municipality. What happened to when the baby said, I want to be an astronaut? Niggas sit up and shut the baby down. You heard? They be like, if you don't go in there and go get them Cheez-Its and go lay down. You heard? Or when, and this is some real shit. Single parent homes. You fucked around, got raised in a single parent home, and your parent, whichever parent was, what if that parent was frustrated as a motherfucker? You heard? Frustrated. And then you didn't have no, what you call it, environment for a directed imagination. Then what happens is you start creating an imagination of your own with just the tools that you've been bequeathed or the available things that surround you. You heard? A lot of people, trauma will push you into an imaginative world. Why you think it's some kids they like this? They don't want to identify black children. It's a lot of black children that fuck with anime. They fuck with anime because they don't want to fuck with black culture in a direct experience way, because it's fucking dangerous. It's dangerous as fuck, son. It's dangerous. This shit is dangerous. So then they'll go all off into another whole cultural paradigm that celebrates and exalts the imagination. Nigga, you could be Naruto, or whatever his name is, running the shit, that shit, they could do that shit. You could be Robotech, all type of shit. You could be flying, you know, the fucking the moons, she could be Sailor Moon, she could be Saturn Moon, Sailor Saturn, all of that shit. Who the fuck want to be dead on Central Avenue? On the nightly news, sent up, Tulsa, Oklahoma, dead in Texas, some motherfucking where. Who wants to do that with their imagination? Get the fuck out of here. You crazy? Yo, I promise you, when I used to be, boy, nigga be in that motherfucking cage in that penitentiary, I used to be imagining myself. I get them fucking magazines, Interview magazine, the motherfucking Better Homes and shit, all that shit, and looking at all them pictures. I be like, this is where I'm at mentally. You heard? My body is confined from a series of fucking poor decisions that I made in my poverty, But I refuse to participate in the mindset that helped to sustain that bullshit. I'm going to project myself and place myself in a future where I'm not competing against my motherfucking self. Looking stupider than the motherfucker. Looking crazy. You heard? Participating in sophistry. Apathetic pursuits of motherfucking listless apathy. Listlessness. Sitting up in niggas' way. I got out my own way. Figured out there was a way. A lot of niggas don't even know it's a way. That's crazy. Niggas sitting up worrying about every motherfucking thing else but what's in their gut. And their gut is their first mind. Worry about what's in your stomach, son. Don't let that go over your little ass head. For real. And I spoke about this earlier. You heard? I spoke about it earlier. I don't want niggas thinking I'm just making up shit. I ain't making up shit. I told you. Got the motherfucking magazine, nigga. Discover. This is what I be reading. Niggas reading Source magazines and you want to see what's... Y'all rappers and shit rapping. Nigga. Scientists. I fuck with scientists. Art is a science first. Then you win. Probiotic bacteria, how they rule the brain. Solving the mind-gut mystery, man. Farming with falcons. That's the type. Quest for a quantum internet. That's the type of shit I want to talk about. My imagination is intact. I want to talk about that type of shit. I don't give a fuck who's keeping it real around the way. I don't give a fuck about that shit. Yo. Oh shit. Guess who just failed? Let's celebrate another failure. Get the fuck out of here. No, blood. No, cousin. For real. Word up. Word up. So, and I done sent out mad packages. Now, to be very honest with you, right? Anybody that bought something from me, you have bought a luxury item. If you are waiting a package from me, you are awaiting, word to everything I love, you are awaiting a luxury item. The way I wrote books that don't have page numbers for a reason. I had to outthink niggas. I seen niggas be intimidated by 350 pages. So they go to see how many pages the book is and won't read it. My students and people, if you want to fuck with me, you want to be one of my students, get on this most significant, become in the company and shared mind of those who have participated in copious study and research and bought the book. Buy the book and don't play. So I am traveling, but I will be right back to my end. I'm a genius. I can remote control the shit out of my motherfucking, my brand, wherever the fuck I'm at, because everybody I fuck with is a winner. It's not a task for me to tell my folks to take care of that. You heard? So be easy and know that you are pushing history. You is a legend for fucking with me. Nobody is doing what the fuck we do or talk the way we talking and is in propitious locations where they belong, how we is in these most propitious times. Niggas is sitting up talking about some shit, indulging what this white man is doing, like you really give a fuck, or like the shit gonna outcome change your life. You bugging. We interested in this motherfucking blackness and how we gonna win and how we been winning and how we gonna keep winning. For real. Thank you. I got a signed photograph with my book. That's right. Tell him. Tell him. I promise you gonna get your motherfucking book. For real. And I know Wisconsin and them, I know you got your book. I sent y'all book. Signed for the homie. Sent that. You heard? And I need to start putting my commercials up again. I've just been so busy trying to make the future brighter for the youth. I want them to go ahead and take this shit to another level. Watch. Cause I know about the the end game. You better learn. You better learn. You better learn. It's so much game, and I'm gonna tell you, it's the weekend. We could get deep and talk all about all of this deep shit, but don't you go and waste all your time. And we was doing all this fat mouthing, and you went and you was hanging out with some motherfucking niggas that ain't respect you. You can know everything in the world, but you'll waste your whole life sitting up, hanging out with motherfuckers that don't respect you. I love you, and that's why I tell you shit that. I tell you shit like that because I love you. I got a genuine love for you because I know that you could be doing mad shit right now. You know how much shit you got to do? You fucking with me. You could be doing mad shit. And the other shit too. This shit right here, this is like a curse to suckers. Don't sit up and be showing me the people that don't respect you, because they going to tell you that I'm bugging and that you crazy for knowing me. Don't be sitting up pillow talking, hating on me, and then show people this and be like, look at this nigga. Look at this nigga. Don't do that. It's going to haunt you. Don't be sitting up pillow talking to no bitch talking about no nigga, man. Negative about no nigga, man. You make the broad come to the nigga, man. You niggas is crazy. And y'all don't know how to long-term maintain relationships for long periods is because you're always trying to seek to be some bitch boyfriend. You always want to be a bitch boyfriend. You bugging. Nigga, y'all niggas need business partners. You need to be fucking with business partners. You heard? All that shit like a little nigga. All that, we sucking and fucking, yeah. No folding and tucking. No fold and tuck, huh? Just suck and fuck, huh? That's what y'all do, huh? Yeah. And then when you get older, you be like this. How did we get here? How did we get here? Because your mind wasn't on the money. You fucking with the bullshit. You fucking with the bullshit, you know? How you start is how you end, man. For real. And then we're going to get on to this deep shit. Let's go into the cosmos, Brother Rashid. Hey, Brother Rashid, if we had a scale and then we could put this, how much is the universe weigh? How much does the universe weigh, brother? Can you tell me, based off the bending light from distant star systems, how much this stuff in the high times and tell me when I'm going to die and all this old stupid ass shit? And you doing all this shit, and then you ain't folding and tucking on earth. On earth as it is in heaven, so shall it be on earth as it is in heaven. Here. As in earth shall it be as in heaven. That's my son, Moni Beats. Peace to the God. Peace to you and yours. For real. For real. Word is bond. For real. Harlem Picasso, you a blessing for being able to identify a blessing. You heard? For real, man. When you can identify greatness, that means greatness lies within you. You heard? And that same thing applies when you a master. You know, it's that nigga that's a master at finding some dumb shit. He always brings it to you. Like this what he say too when he see you. He be like, look at this dumb shit. Look at this stupid shit. Look at this stupid ass shit there. Look at these niggas, man. Look at these niggas. Look at these niggas. Nigga that never bring you a business plan or say, hey, you know that thing that I was hey, man. Hey, this shit is going good, bro. Look at this. And that's how niggas keep you off your kilter and off track by reporting they losses. You heard? Loss report is a sign. Loss reporting is a sign. I started getting closer to people that can appreciate me more when I got that out of my context. Because unbeknownst to you, you could do the shit without knowing it. You could fuck around and be reporting losses, thinking that you cleaving closer to people. You sound like you was born under the Democratic Party. Like your whole life is like all you know is WIC checks and welfare. You heard? That's a loss reporter. You got to do face-to-face with niggas every motherfucking day. Telling nigga how much shit you... Hey, man, guess what? Oh, man. Yeah, man. That's a form of skeeter. Then you can use that skeeter, but people don't want to hear losses, son. They want to hear your wins. That'll get you closer to winners. You heard? Because they might see you winning in the way that they wish they could win, even though they might be winning more than you, or vice versa. You heard? I just want to win in the game of reciprocitous life, where everything that I fuck with fucks with me. I'm never not doing that no more, forcing myself into a space that I don't exist in. You heard? Come on. That's one of the first signs of genius when you fucking with trying to ascertain childlike, what you call it, intelligence. When your motherfucking child, this is, see, y'all take this shit for granted. Do you remember when the baby put the circle piece inside the circle, the triangle in the triangle in the square? You was like, oh, baby, you called your whiz, baby, we got a genius. The baby just put the circle in the thing, the triangle in the square in the thing. We got a genius. You was like this. Then you stepped it up to the letters. You remember the letters? Y'all know this. The letters, then y'all had the one that make the sound and go, man. When you put it in there, and you was like, yes. Then when you get older, you start acting like you a motherfucking circle when you really a square, and you want to be in the circle. And the circle is deep because they use circles on the tips of guns. That's how the fucking bullet comes out of circles. And if you standing in the wrong fucking circle, you heard, you fuck around and get shot. And then when you get shot, it's a little circle. It's a little fucking circle that is a symbol of perforated skin. That's something that perforated you from you motherfucking square ass trying to put yourself in the wrong circle. So now, if you fucked around and you in the circle, then you better have a motherfucking role. You heard? Your role should be able to motherfucking, what you call it, show, do right, do what you do God, you do right. You got to be on squares, on your feet, in your motion, in your attitude, your means by which you occupy the physical world. You got to be a meaningful component amongst all who you are around, not another motherfucker seeking to be something that they not. King, queen, kings and queens, yeah, for real. So we can know all the deep shit in the universe and all of that, but who do you love? Who do you appreciate? Who love you? You heard? And y'all need to stop loving shit that don't love you. Y'all niggas be going into all of these. Y'all go run to them hoes that give chase. You heard? They running from you. So you got to always be chasing that. And you love to chase because you still a little young beast. You an animal. You in the streets. You like this. You crazy. You crazy. You a wild boy. You like this. I got shit to do. Right? Yeah. But it'll be some shit that's chasing you, and you need to turn around and embrace that shit. You heard? For real. For real, act like the sun. I told you that. Act like the sun. The planets is constantly chasing the sun. All the sun did was one thing. All he did is one thing. Shined. That's it. So it's $. My birthday in a few days. One of the most gracious and blessed days ever. I could serve you better with an iPhone 12. I'm telling you, with the lenses and all that shit, I'm telling you, with that 12, right? For real, I could get the 12 tomorrow if you fucking with me, man. Come on. Serious. It's an investment. For real. I promise you. My shit is raggedy, son. Look, this is one of my tools right here. You know? When the niggas see me with this, you know what's going down. This is my media machine. You heard? But imagine when we put the 12 inside the rig too. You know they done shot movies off the iPhone, son. Niggas got excuses. Nigga, these rigs, these phones, everything is post after film. After you do it, it's post. Then we go to post. Enhance the sound and the color and all that, correcting and all that, boom, and we lit. What's the matter? You tripping. For real. Everything we need, we got already. I promise you. Scorpio gang. Trey, what's happening? Sunset get a Note 20. I feel you. I heard they be saying them cameras is ill, but this camera crazy. My pops told me it's a camera in China that got a Leica lens in it. He said the only shit is when you get the camera over here, if it's worth it to you, it's a phone. He said you just can't connect the phone or connect it to Google or nothing, because it's from China. It's made where it ain't no way you can do it over here. You can only use it as for that. You heard? To take pictures. You heard? And the shit got Leica lenses in it. So, you know, but I'm gonna need that 12, that iPhone 12, son. For real, all this skeeter. Come on, man. Let me put this shit in here so niggas don't act like they don't see it. As Prince. If I said something significant to help you, that make you live a longer, stronger day, socket tree. You heard? If I said something to offend you, that's my bad. I apologize. Word to everything. But you really want to help me, you know what I mean? You know? Bro, Maurice Gibson, my son put these lives on the YouTube, but I do that. He do it. Cause I really don't have time to do that. I would love to do that, and I know it's some revenue that could come from it. You heard? But the thing is, everything ain't for everybody. You heard? This is for us though. This time we sharing right here. So, you know, of course, if you order a shirt, you heard? For real. But I appreciate y'all, man. For real. Fix Surfing World, you always show up. Maurice Gibson, you a legend. Trey, Jay Sicker, for real. It's that Morpheus. Harlem Picasso, it's a pleasure, man. Y'all legends. Phoenix Skin Diva with the Scorpions. I see you. You feel me? For real. MC Trey Dizzle. El Rason. Word is bond. For real. Game Free. For real. Sasmo Tanaka. Legend. For real. Absol. Word up. Siva Dewola. Side Action. For real. Y'all legends. For real. Shango. I see you, son. For real. That's my man said. Big up yourself. For real. Got you, landlord. Everybody gonna get their stuff, I promise you. If you only knew the type of work and how far we is from turning this fucking molecule into some other shit, into a spaceship, you would be motherfucking surprised, bro. I promise you. How we have done the most with the least, yeah, in the most strangest times. And the story ain't over. The universe is conspiring to my success because I done adjusted my filters, yeah. I see myself as a minute personage in the grand scheme of things. The grand scheme is our collective understanding. It's a union of understanding. And whoever got the best course of action to get there, I fucks with that. You heard? It ain't about me, it's about us, or it ain't about nothing. For real. And help your brother. It's my birthday, nigga. November 13th. Boy, I'm gonna need... Watch the movie. I'm fucking around. Get me the motherfucking 12. And I'm putting your motherfucking name in the production shit. I'm making a movie to my folks on this. I'm making a movie to my people that come to me on the lives. And then through my son Moni Beats, we're gonna put the shit up on the joint on our time. You heard? But I'm gonna need that 12. I'm gonna need the motherfucking iPhone 12. Boom, like this. I'm gonna get the lenses, the moment shit, boom. Boom, I'm going to make a short film for us about these lives. I'm going to show you the setting around me when I make the live so you can see how crazy your boy is. I am retarded. I'm retarded. Watch. For real. For real. For real. Salute.